everyone, it's Hayley Podschun here, your host of the Broadway Bachelorette, where we chat all things Bachelor Nation. I have a very fancy, tiny guest today that I'm so thrilled to have on the show. She has been in the national tours of Spelling Bee, Off-Broadway in Avenue Q and The Visit, starring in Nickelodeon's Welcome to the Wayne as Saraline Timbers, and you probably know her as the very sweet, cookielicious Girl Scout. In Beetlejuice the Musical, ladies and gentlemen, Dana Steingold! I'm so excited. Thanks for being here. I also forgot to mention that Dana is a lovable dog mom as well.
Oh, yes, we share that in common, as well as many, many Instagram threads during Bachelor and Bachelorette episodes and Bachelor in Paradise and all franchises of The Bachelorette.
When did you start watching Bachelor?
I think I watched the first season, actually, but I don't think I really got into it till like season 2, season 3. But I've watched all of them. I'm really excited about the new Bachelor. I'm loving this. I tend to I love the Bachelorettes because I like that it's a woman choosing, and I find they always pick a little bit more accurately. I also love The Bachelor, though, because the women are so much more fun to watch, obviously.
Yeah, they both bring equal parts of goodness and drama.
I love the villains, and I love the crazies.
Well, speaking of villains, we have a lot to talk about from last night's recap of Ben Higgins' full season. Did you watch Ben's season?
Oh, I sure did watch Ben's season. And that gave us a lot of major Bachelor heavy hitters, actually. It gave us the twins, which number one is why would you ever put twins on the show to compete against each other? It makes no sense to me. The idea of my sister and I competing for the same guy is so weird.
They seem like they would be okay sharing some guy.
They do.
And not in a weird way, but they're like, oh, we dated, it's fine. She can date him now.
Yeah, it's almost like I love this person already, and so I'm glad my sister's moved on to him. We obviously got JoJo and Becca.
They did not talk a lot about Becca last night, and that made me really upset because I was big Team Becca.
Oh, well, obviously, my favorite of all time, maybe Lace.
I'm coming up a little crazy too.
Lace. We will get to Lace. But I also want to mention we have Amanda Stanton. You could play Amanda in a musical.
Totally. I hope to. You know, it's so funny. I was rewatching it last night, and my husband was like, hey, she's like you. And I certainly cannot make fun of anyone's voice because, listen to me.
You make money with your voice, so who cares?
Thank you. But she does this baby voice thing that is whenever she talks to him. But I really love her, and I say that with so much love.
Yes. So other heavy hitters, we've got Emily and Hayley, the twins. We have Amanda. We have Jubilee, who loved Jubilee. What a strong, incredible woman.
I actually thought she was possibly going to be the Bachelorette, but then I think things got so intense with JoJo.
I completely forgot that JoJo was this season. And my first note about her, who could forget her coming out of that limo with a unicorn head on?
I know. I actually, when it happened, I literally went, oh, right. Because I remember being like, this girl's going to be nuts. And she totally wasn't nuts.
I know. Lace was not cute with that first entrance.
Were you under ice for a second?
Yes.
I wanted the first kiss.
You got it.
You notice that she only talks with her bottom lip, and she
talks like this. Nothing really moves.
No. It's very confusing. The way she kept saying, I'm not crazy. And that's number one sign. Her and Olivia both. Gifts.
Let's just move right to Olivia. This entire episode was just about Olivia's, I don't want to say comeback, but
it was her redemption. Yes, it was her redemption. And, I always feel badly for whoever they create as a villain. I say create because I think a lot of times they're not the villain. It's just how things shape up in the house. And I felt bad for her. I mean, I will never, ever forget her jumping out of cake.
uncomfortable when they try to dance anyway. I'm just gonna say
I'm uncomfortable when I try to dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, she spoke last night about people making fun of her looks, and I was like, "You're stunning."
She has a very large mouth.
Yes, absolutely. But, you know, she couldn't have looked better last night. I really feel like she was a little misunderstood, and I love to hate her too. But I just felt badly for her last night. She had several years of her life ruined and taken away from her.
And she was really burned by it. I'm really happy that sweet Ben, out of any bachelor, I feel like him and like Colton would be the kindest people to be like, I am so sorry. And I'm glad that Chris Harrison, on behalf of The Bachelor, apologized.
You know what I did realize, to tie this all together, is I feel like Bachelor contestants are actually the most suited to deal with quarantine. Like, they were the most ready for this of anybody. They are locked in a house. They can't even look at their phones or the internet. They're only with each other.
Now, knowing that, I can't wait to watch Claire and Matt's season to see what the contestants talk about of like, remember when this was like quarantine? Let's get to Ben. Ben was one of my favorite bachelors just because I had such a crush on him from Caitlyn's season. But for him to tell both girls at the end that he loved them, what are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts are that he was like 27 when he was The Bachelor.
Yeah, 26.
I think that's happened, 26. So I think that's kind of what happened. I think he's a really genuine guy. Of all the seasons, I think his top three were all three genuinely there for him, which rarely happens. Like, he chose really well, and I think that was trouble for him.
He had a great group of girls. He ended up with, I think, two of the strongest women of that season.
And I also noticed, though, last night when his now fiance came on, she is sort of like a combo.
Yes.
Of all of them, which was so interesting.
And like, I love that they met via DMs on Instagram. I'm like, can anyone slide into my DMs? I love that this is the new way to find someone.
Also, let's discuss, they weren't really clear how that happened. Like, was he scrolling through his Explore page?
He just randomly found a photo of her, like at a, what was it, soccer game or something with her dad?
Yeah, and then she was like, he screenshot the photo and then waited a year. And I was like, wait, it was so simple. Like, she was like, and then he screenshot me a photo, and my mom was like, that was The Bachelor, which I refuse to believe you didn't know he was a bachelor. And then she's like, and now we're engaged. Can I show it? But I was like, this feels right. Him marrying somebody younger than him feels correct.
Yeah.
He's like a puppy. I truly believe he has good intentions and is so nice. And I think he's going to treat her like a princess, and they're going to live happily ever after, I hope, and maybe have a televised wedding. I really hope JoJo shares her wedding with us, because I enjoy her. I think she's really fun.
Watching her with Ben, it almost made me uncomfortable because I'm like, this is not your person. Like, I truly believe that we all meet people in the times of our lives, and we go through, you know, bad relationships or good relationships to learn and make us grow better for our own person. But watching her be with Ben, I was like, you are supposed to be on this show specifically so you can meet, I keep wanting to say Aaron, and it's not Aaron, Jordan.
And actually, I was going to say, I think she put that on her story last night on Instagram. She was like, I would go through all of this again to like get here and get to him. And I was thinking last night, like, how icky that must have been for him to watch her again be like, I love Ben.
God, I would not want to rewatch myself like from 6 years ago dating.
The other highlight for me was Kaylin coming back.
Yeah, Dean and Kaylin. Yes.
Dean and Kaylin, that they're still together. Shocking. Didn't see that happening. And the whole not getting married, I was like,
he has brainwashed her so hard. It almost scares me. You know, we all kind of morph into our significant other a little bit, but you can see in her a complete change. It's totally so opposite of who she was, and now she's justifying something that before she really wanted, and it makes me a little sad.
I know. I feel like one of two things happened. She found her true self, or she became like a Tom Cruise Scientology wife.
Yes.
She was like sort of glazed over as he was like describing why they weren't getting married and why they both don't want it. They both don't want it.
But it's our way of telling the world or the people that we're around that we are committed to each other.
But it was like, I'm not sure that was honest to her. I hope it is. I don't want to judge it. But Tom Cruise Stepford wife. Yeah, it was a little weird.
Scene time.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you be Lace. Usually I let my guests choose who they want to be, but I really want you to be Lace. This is a scene with Lace and Ben.
Okay. Scene 1. Never seen this before. Okay. Can I be annoying and talk to you for 1 second?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you didn't even look at me once during this whole thing. And I'm like, I'm definitely going home.
I want to be clear. Like, the issue was that I didn't make eye contact with you during the rose ceremony.
You didn't look at me once.
Okay.
You would not look at me. I watched you. When you actually break down the dialogue, it's so aggressive and so stalkerish.
And it's also like, they didn't say this.
It's like going back and looking at the book of Greece and being like, that's Greece?
Dana, this was so fun. Thank you so much for being on. Where can we find you on socials?
Oh my goodness. You can find me at dsteinface. Super easy. Haven't changed it. My friend made that when we started Instagram because, I don't know, I couldn't think of anything and now it's stuck. So there we are.
Well, thank you so, so much. I was so honored to have you. And next week, your favorite girl, JoJo.
I'm so excited.
I should have had you on next week. I had no idea it was your fave. I would have saved you, but.
No, Ben was great too. We love Ben. He's great.
Stay safe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe below, and we will see you next week for JoJo season.